All right, Papa Boris here once again. It's time for another queue here. Good old Swiss 12th edition. Man, this looks like all the packs I ever get. Rare land, some random things in the uncommons. I guess these are nice big green dudes. No removal of any kind. So let's prioritize here. Actually, one draft that I did, I ended up taking a Blood Ogre first and not using it. There's a lot of good red here, so it's gonna get snapped up pretty quickly. I do like this Fire Slinger, but I just feel uncomfortable taking a really defensive creature as a first pick. This Fleetwing is nice. He can fly. Your opponents can't mess with him. I think for overall power, though, if we're looking at like the card that is gonna make the biggest difference, it might be this Cudgel Troll. It's, 4 mana for 4 power. It regenerates. I can swing at him at stuff. I think it makes the biggest difference. I'm going to go for it. Is this pack any better? Well, there is this Sorin's Thirst. I'm just, I know it's removal. I know removal's good. But man, oh man, I'm just not a fan of that removal card. I hate the mana cost on it. And I just feel like it's costed that way to compensate for the fact that it gives lifelink. I'm just going to let it go. Let that go. Maybe that's an error. Maybe I'm a terrible, horrible, idiot person. Now, Mind Control, though, that is a stone cold bomb. So the other thing tempting me here, it's got some good green creatures. This Pegasus, I do like it. It won me the last draft, basically. But Mind Control is just amazing. I'm going to go with the strongest card here and try to stay flexible. And green-blue, not a bad combination. Okay, here, there's not much. So red's still coming in the form of these Fire Slingers. Someone might be able to rack up a Fire Slinger army, and this is a nice white creature. I like this white combat trick. So there's at least 2 solid white cards. There's really only one good green card, the Elves, and I can easily see other green cards getting picked on top of it, or instead of it. The Levitation, I don't know, if I am going to play green and blue, that's kind of interesting. It's a 4-drop that by itself does nothing. You really need other things to make it worthwhile. Oh gosh, I don't know. That seems a little risky. I could just go for the Scepter if I am gonna just kind of not commit to a color just yet. I have been blown out by this thing before. Wait, though, this is not the Tapper. This is the thing that deals 1 damage to target player. Oh Jesus, this is just a disaster. All right, well, I guess I'm going to take the Veteran then and keep my options open. I don't want to commit to 2 blue cards just yet since none of them are that exciting. In this pack, this Arbalest Elite, I'm not a big fan of it because basically you pay 3 mana, you tap it and it deals 3 damage, which is great. But honestly, I'd rather just have the dude that, taps it and I tap a guy. It, kind of stops things from attacking, but if they have too much toughness, you just don't care. The other good cards here, Companion is nice. Not really a game winner, but it is a green creature if I do intend to go green. There's this Bat, which isn't bad. It's kind of weird. You don't usually get Bloodthirst on it, but because it flies and is so cheap, it can help trigger Bloodthirst on your other creatures. Man, I'm just going to keep my options wide open. I'm going to take this Blood Ogre and just take the strongest things. So I'm throwing away 2 of my first 4 picks, but I just don't feel comfortable enough going into green on the basis of that Companion. The mana cost is awkward, and I just like the Blood Ogre better. Okay, so we have here another Arbalest Elite that I could try to take. Or I could just, go ahead and take a black card, get all the colors represented. This Griffin Rider, I do want to live the dream someday and get that to work. But I think the strongest card here really is the Titanic Growth. It's just a very mighty combat trick. Gives you open options. And yeah, I take a nice creature over it, but none of these are super amazing creatures. So I'm just going to take the combat trick and really hope that I get a clearer signal in the remaining packs. Well, this is I always look at this, I'm like, man, I really want this Scrambleverse business to be good. But it's just so dumb. Giant Spider's a good defensive creature. It looks like I am green. Otherwise, this Active's not bad. This Brindlebore's not bad. Yeah, 2 green cards here. Maybe green is open. Let's go for green. Alright, now this is the Tapper. Must have been a strong pack. Several respectable creatures here. This is a tapper. And I really, I have 0 removal at the moment, so although I do want to have this Rhino, it is a solid card. I actually don't have any removal yet, so I need to get this. It's not great removal, but it can make the difference sometimes. Alright, so I have 4 creatures, which is a little low. I do like Titanic Growth a lot. This might be a controversial decision, but I'm going to take it over the companion, because I really just don't like the cost of this companion. It's awkward. Like in the last draft, I had an Armored Warhorse. I never cast it, because I just didn't have the mana working out right. So I'm going to take the more powerful trick, and really try to figure out which of the other colors I'm going to play in. Blue is where I have the strongest card, but nothing is remaining in these packs, unfortunately. Alright, so there's a blue card. I don't want to take another 2-cost blue card, though. It is strong. So the elves and the bear are nice. But the Ether Adept is stronger, and then I could get to play this bomb. Well, somewhat kind of maybe bomb, mind control. I think I'm going to go for it. Let's try to cut that blue out and hope for marginally better blue picks next time. Alright, well this is weird. So I get the Mana Leak or Ice Cage. I'd rather have the more proactive removal. The Ice Cage is quite fragile, but sometimes your opponents just don't have answers to it, so I think I'm going to go for it rather than this dubious counterspell. Looks like green-blue is what it's going to be. Oh, hey, so this Levitation is still here if I want to try it. I just don't know. I'm going to take the Plummet. It's a good sideboard card, and lots of decks have flyers. I don't want to mess around in this draft because I just don't feel like my picks are strong enough. I only have 5 creatures. And I'm wasting. I'm only gonna get 8 main deckable cards here. Yeah. We're gonna have to take the sideboard card and really just try to keep an eye on things. This Kite Shield is bad, but unlike the others, it's playable. So I'm gonna take it. I might just be that desperate in this draft. Hate these things. And I never use them. I'll take the Flight and hide it. And this is terrible, but I'll hide it. Getting a little lag at the end of the pack. Hide the planes. So, alright, this draft not starting out great. No bombs. One of my 10 picks is a sideboard card. And, yeah, no synergies that I'm seeing here. My costs are kind of spread out at least. Let's see what I can get here. Jace, I've never seen this card before. Jace's Archivist. Each player discards his or her hand and draws cards equal to the greatest number of... So if you manage to spend more cards than your opponent, then it's really good, but otherwise it's not so good. I don't want another double costing card. This Stinger Fling Spider is sort of removal, assuming my opponent has flying. I could try to splash for Fireball, but honestly, if I'm going to be playing Mind Control and the Ether Adept, I don't want to strain my mana base with a 3rd color. I don't feel like I'm that desperate yet. So it could be this Flyer, this Looter is of course good, or the Spider. Alright, possibly a bad decision. I'm going to go with the Looter here, even though the Spider is, a good defensive creature and kills flying things, and the Fleetwing can fly down. My deck I think is going to be kind of sketchy, so I would like to have something in here that can smooth out my draws and help me clear up flooding or clogging. In this pack, sadly, there's just nothing. I guess I feel good that there's nothing good of any color whatsoever. This Sphinx is awful, but it flies, and I'd rather have it than the Harbor Serpent, which is really just a sideboard card in case you run up against another blue deck. This thing is cheaper than the Sphinx. It's also defensive, but it doesn't fly, so the question is, do I want to save a mana, or do I want to get flying? Let me take a look at my costs here. Yeah, alright, I guess I'll take the Flyer. I'm passing up on this Frost Breath. I just hate the fact that it doesn't draw you a card. So it's just temporary tapping, and I'm not going to be aggressive enough to make use of it. Oh boy, this is going to be a deck. Alright, in this case, I can get this Wolf, which is a 3-drop, and Hexproof. So if I can get an enchantment to go with it, that would be nice. Now, Rampant Growth would be nice for ramping up to things and fixing my mana, but at the moment, I'm at 5 creatures. I just really need creatures here. So I'm going to go for the creature, and I'm going to look, maybe there's some kind of enchantment that I can put on it later. This Kite Shield actually does work kind of nice with the Wolf, because it makes up for the wolf's biggest weakness, which is that if the other person basically has anything on the ground, the wolf will die. Alright, this is good. I have to make some judgment calls here. So, oh man, white seems to be open with the mantle and the timely reinforcements here. Timely reinforcements is just a real blowout card. And of course, all the cards I want are in one pack. So this bear would be nice to have something that has a chance of dropping early. The mage is nice so I can draw cards later. The trollhide works great with the wolf that I just got, but I don't want to go for a 2-card combo. I do love this trampler and this island walker as well. So there's like 5 cards I want. 6 cards with the ether adapt. Alright, 6 cards I want in one pack. Fantastic. Well, I'm just really at a loss here. There's good stuff here. Hopefully something will wheel back to me. Man, time's running out. Since I need more creatures, I'm going to go for a creature. I'm going to go for this mage. Hopefully some card draw will help me out. Alright, here I'm going to grab this Phantasmal Dragon. It is risky. It is risky because, you know, any targeting thing will kill it. But this Arachnus Web is sort of sketchy removal. It is great for things with activated abilities, but I'm still just in desperate need of creatures, and this is a big one. It can potentially win the game if the opponent doesn't have targeted stuff to attack it with. Well, here I get perhaps a little bit lucky. I get another Trollhide, which I do want. And since there's no other creature for me to take, I can just take the strongest card. I am going to go for the Trollhide. On the wolf, it's just a beast, and then if you can cast it and have the creature survive for 1 turn, the regeneration protects it against removal. So I'm going to go for it. I need some power in this deck. Wow, well, alright, so I can get the bear, which is just a generic 2-drop, or I can go for the Thran Golem Gambit. So it gets flying, first strike, and trample, so it plus Trollhide would also be amazing. That would give me actually 2 very good targets for the Trollhide. The bear is a bear, so I have, 1, 2, 3 things to play on turn 2. Yeah, I'm going to go for power. I need creatures, I need power. I think I'm going to go for this. Hopefully try to upgrade that Bell Tower Sphinx to something. Alright, now this Harbor Serpent, as I mentioned, it's really more of a sideboard card. It's big, but it's just kind of expensive. I don't want any... I really just already have too much double blue costing stuff. I'm going to go for this Boar. It's a 3-drop, and the life gain sometimes is relevant. This Leap still being here suggests that, yeah, white might have been the better color for me to go into. Okay. Wow, lots of stuff came around that I kind of like. So, I experimented with the Greatsword in the last draft. Definitely not going to do it this draft run. I'm so low on creatures. It's between the Spider and the Fleetwing. I think I'm going to go for the Fleetwing. I've already got a Spider for defense. I need some more offense, and the Fleetwing does the job. Plus, since I have the Trollhide, that's a good combo. Hexproof with Trollhide equals good times. I will go for it. Wow, this pack just really wants me to get a Harbor Serpent. I don't know. I think I actually now have enough fairly big threats. I got this dragon, I got a mind control, I got the troll and the Fleetwing, the Trollhide, and then the looter to hopefully find things with. I'm just going to go for this. I might be desperate need for playables. I might play this main deck. I'm not going to play the Harbor Serpent main deck, so I'll just get this terrible Cutthroat. Alright, Crumbling Colossus. Don't really want another 5-drop, especially a bad one, so here's another 2-drop. Why not? Whoa! Stuff came around. Both things that I wanted. Man. Big Trampolino or the Island Walker. Well, this is definitely an upgrade over the Thran Golem and probably the Bell Tower Sphinx, but I'm missing 3-drops here. I need to get some early stuff down. Let's go for it. I'll take this Combat Trick away, which really shouldn't be left, and a Manolith. I might play that, I guess. Alright, so now at least I have enough playables. Is everything here a playable? Yes, I have enough playables, so okay, I salvaged that a bit. I have 14 creatures. So not a mind-blowing deck by any means, but at least it's not god-awful embarrassing. So now, in the 3rd pack, I'm just looking to upgrade away some of these bad things. I really want to get rid of this Bell Tower Sphinx. I do not want to play the Amphin Cutthroat. The Manolith I'd like to get a replacement for. So things like that. Chandra's Phoenix. Oh, that's kind of cool. Too bad I'm not in red. Alright, so I do get a chance to pick up a Rhino. 3 Titanic Growths? that might be where I have to call the line. Now, Flash Freeze is good, sideboard card. Divination, I've never actually played with Divination. I don't know. I guess it is highly regarded. It's good card draw. I probably need that because I might have mana issues with these double costing spells and my like enchantment that I want to put on things. Yeah, and this like went around all the way last time. This Rhino, maybe that'll happen again. So alright, let's go for the Divination. Might as well get some experience with this card, see how it actually plays. In this pack, another Wolf. I feel like I'm overcompensating for my lack of 3-drops here. I can get another Wolf, but I'm going to go for the Bear. I like having the Bear. I like just having the chance of having something to play on turn 1. I feel like don't want two, things that have a 1 toughness and are on the ground. That's just a lot of trading. Return to Frog is not my favorite removal. So yeah, I'm going to go for this Bear just to have an opportunity of being able to play something on turn 1 and either block my opponent's early stuff while I get some of my bigger things online, or just, deal some damage. I've seen these Bears go a long distance in these slower draft games sometimes. Oh my god, there's a Sarah Angel. I'm tempted just to hate draft that. Is there anything really worth taking? Because I absolutely do not want to see the Sarah Angel played against me. Granted, you don't want to hate draft, because at most you're only going to play against that card once. But is there anything realistically worth taking? Ponder I could take or leave. Coral Merfolk, I don't need more crappy creatures. I've already got 15 creatures and more than enough playables. The Bears are, they're Bears. Yeah, I'm gonna take this. I just really don't want to see it, and the chance of taking it away from a white player is better than a Bear. So this Lawkeeper, man, I have a feeling that's going to be an issue. So here I've got, the Crocodile or the Drake. And I think the Drake is better because its evasion is always going to be useful more often than the Island Walk is, and otherwise they cost the same. Is there anything else that I'm missing? Milling strategy might be on trial here. It's Glade Cover Scout. It's Hexproof for Trollhide, but the Trollhide's not mighty enough. I mean, there's just a 3/3 that regenerates. So yeah, I'm going to go for the Drake. Get some early aggression in my deck. Ooh, I could go for another Phantasmal Dragon. Well, I never, did I see a Fireball? I think I might have seen a Fireball. Fireball is really what's just devastating against lots of Phantasmal creatures, because it's so easy to blow them all out. I have enough 3-drops, I don't need a crappy one. Yeah, I'm going to go for the potential Game Changer. Several options come up here. Obviously nothing in green. No good. All the good cards here are my color, so I can get some more early aggression or another looter to really just have a smoothly oiled deck. So do I want just more? I'm trying to imagine like having it's my turn. Would I rather be playing a looter down or a Drake down? I think I'm gonna go for the looter. I feel like I have enough mana issues and enough like weird little combos with like the Trollhide and things to put it on that I want to see more of my deck. So I'm gonna go for looter number 2. This is a pretty happy pack for me. Everything is not so great except for this Vanguard that the white player is gonna get, but I do get a flyer. So another target for my Trollhide. Not bad. In this pack, I could try Lure. Ah, wow, is that good on... Oh, it's actually not good on Thran Golem, because the Thran Golem gets flying, and then very few things would be able to actually block it. Do I want to put Lure on, like, an Aven Fleetwing? Problem with Lure, it has that problem a lot of enchantments do. It's good if the creature's already good, but if the creature already has a lot of power, or regeneration or something, then Lure is great, but Lure doesn't help the creature get its job done. So I'm going to go for the Basilisk. I might decide to play it, although I have a feeling it's not going to actually make my main board. Okay, so 2 counter spells here. I think I'm going to go for the Negate, because there are powerful non-creature spells, and I could more easily see myself playing that than just a regular Flash Freeze, which is obviously more limited, especially since I am playing green. So there are going to be fewer green opponents. Well, the Sacred Wolf came back around. Might as well take it. I might use it. Here, it's down to hate drafting, and I think it's going to have to be the Vandal, because I might actually be using this Crown of Empires. Now I'm up to actually 32 cards. I will have to do a lot of cutting. I definitely don't want my Thran Golem to die, though, if I do play it. So I'll cut that out. I want to take this thing, as I'm definitely not going to play the stupid scout. I'm going to take this guy just in case someone's trying some milling stuff. And I have a feeling everything is going to be crap from here, crappity crap from here. Alright, there's that final plains. What's my rating? 1738. Wow, I got like 20 points in that last tournament. That's good. Alright, so it's time to build the deck. I don't think this deck is going to go all the way. It just doesn't seem to have enough oomph to it. But there are at least win conditions in it, so I have a chance. Alright, let's put some good stuff in here. So mind control, of course, needs to go in. I'm going to put in both my dragons, unless the other person has just some prodigious quantity of targeting things, like a hair, like if one of those white tappers comes along, stuff like that. But otherwise, I'm going to put that in. I do want both my looters. I want the ice cage, because I'm a bit low on removal. The Azure Mage, the divination, because I'm giving it a shot. This Drake is fine. I'm going to hold off on this Adept. It is a strong card, but I just hate the mana troubles that I'm putting myself into. Definitely not doing the Cutthroat. And I'll put the Fleetwings in for now, but I might take them out. I'm not going to use the Bell Tower Sphinx. It's just too weak. Right, since I'm lacking for removal, I definitely want both of my combat tricks. And, alright, I clearly need enough cards in this deck, so I'm going to go for the Troll and the Troll Hide to try to make that work. I'm going to go for the Sacred Wolves, so they're not great, but they are targets for the Troll Hide. And the Thran Golem, let's do this. Going for the... Yeah, I should make mana curves not too horrible, just 7 cards that are 4 or higher. I'm going to go for this Crown of Empires, because I do need stuff to hold things off. And I'm thinking about this Manolith. The problem is, I just have mana troubles, because my costs are pretty restrictive, but I don't actually have anything huge to build up to. So, don't think I really want to use that Manolith. At this point, I really don't feel like putting the Spider in either, because that's getting to be a lot of 4-drops, and it's just kind of overly defensive. If I really want defense, I'd rather just put this Kite Shield on something else. Well, I need 3 more cards, sadly, here. I have nothing to splash for in the other colors. So it's time to put in this Crocodile, maybe a Hill Giant. How many things could actually attack before he goes online? 1, 2, 3, 4. My odds are not super great of getting that on turn 3. I'll put down this Boar, because sometimes that extra health is useful. And the Aether Adept to slow my opponent down. So what is this deck's game plan? Well, it appears to be to use, the Crown. Yeah, dubiously the Ice Cage, and then, wow, is that really all the removal that I have? Holy monkey nuts, that is not a lot of removal. So yeah, then I'm relying on this Aether Adept as well. Basically, anything I can to kind of slow the game down, and use the looters to draw into, like, my Troll Hide plus something or other combo. Or, if I get lucky, just to have these, like, Dragons and Fleetwings swing to kill. Oh yes, Mind Control. Ah yes, I knew I was forgetting something. So Mind Control, an amazing card. It doesn't just deprive your opponent of the creature, it gives it to you, so it's 2 cards of advantage. As opposed to, wait, is it 2 cards of advantage? Yeah, your opponent loses a card and you effectively gain 1, so that's -1 to +1. As opposed to other removal spells, which are just kind of breaking even, where you both lose a card. Oh, wait, you're not gaining a card with Mind Control. You are just depriving your... Anyway, we'll think about the math later. The point is it's kind of amazing, so I'm glad I have it here, because my other removal is decidedly lacking. Alright, is there any other cards I need to watch out for? Well, the Plummet is going to go in if the other person has good flyers. What is coming out? Maybe... I don't know what I would actually take out. Maybe like the Boar is kind of the weak link here. Yeah, I think the Boar is my weakest link. Maybe the Bear. I don't know. So the Plummet might come in. Do I see myself putting a Kite Shield in? Not really. Negate, if I'm extremely desperate, I might put in. But I just, I just don't really see myself needing to have that removal spell. Maybe I should put that in later if the opponent really has got some non-creature bombs I need to deal with. So I have a few options, but really not too many. I could actually put in Flight. Then that's a combo with my Thran Golem. It would be what, a 4/5 or a 5/5 flying first strike trampler. It's kind of redundant though, because Flight already gives it Flight. It would be flying. Yeah, that's not really worth it. Let's see what MTGO suggests for land. 11 islands, 6 forests. Well, I don't know about that. What, is that really true? Is that really what needs to be done here? If I do a sort by color, there's enough green stuff. I kind of want another forest. Yeah, I'm going to go over 10 islands and 7 forests. I want to make sure I can use the Cudgel Trolls and the Troll Hides ability and still have something else that I can cast new green spells with. Okay, well, that's the deck. I'll see you at the games. Nope. Done. There we go. Back with the games in a bit.